It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for Persuasive Essays Day 3. Over the past, 2 days, not the last 2 days, because that was Saturday and Sunday, but over the past couple days, we've been talking about persuasion and the art of persuasion and how we persuade people. And we've read two persuasion essays, one about how you should eat meat, and the other one talks about how you should be a vegetarian. And we compared those two. But now it's time to step forward and move forward a little bit, and we're going to read something a little bit longer and something that lays out more arguments. So first, let's start with our learning targets. You will read and summarize a longer persuasive essay. You will answer text-dependent comprehension questions, and those are in your packet on day 3. And then you will build oral language and vocabulary. And you're going to be spending some time today either working independently with as you read the story, or you can work with someone else. One of the things I would suggest is to make sure you choose someone with whom you can work, that there won't arise any behavioral issues. Some of you have more problems than others with that. All right, so let's review the persuasive essay. Let's go start with red and go in rainbow order. Starting with, so the persuasive essay, a persuasive essay suggests solutions or actions. Okay? A persuasive essay uses powerful words to influence the reader. A persuasive essay has a strong position or point of view. A persuasive essay has a specific audience in mind, and a persuasive essay uses facts and evidence to make a case. Remember, the one thing about a persuasive essay, or the art of persuasion, is that it is trying to convince the reader, the audience, of something. It is trying to convince them to have a certain idea, to come to action, or to work on this solution. Okay, it's about moving someone forward. Okay, so today's reading is a longer persuasive essay. As you read, ask yourself, what is this essay about? And after reading, we will summarize the essay's main ideas, and we'll do that as we look through our questions. All right, so words of a patriot. We must be independent. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you either independently or with a partner read the persuasive essay, Words of a Patriot. We must be independent. And that's on pages 143 through 146 in the Text for Closed Reading book. Okay, so those are on the bookshelf actually by the windows. So you can find one of those, find a partner, and just take some time and either read on your own or read to yourself. When you are done, come back to your spot and restart the video, and we'll start looking at this essay in more detail. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you have taken some time and you have read the essay. Unfortunately, I could not find an electronic version of someone reading it, so I will read it again. We'll read it again. This time it will be me reading. Okay? Words of a Patriot. We must be independent. Boston is my home. Massachusetts is my country. And my homeland is under attack. Daily we are assaulted not with swords and cannon fire, but with taxes and intolerable acts that threaten our freedom. And who is this aggressor? England. If she has her way, all of us colonists will be taxed to death. We cannot permit that. The colonies must be free. We must be brave, fellow patriots. We must fight for our independence. We must fight for our future. Our grievances are many, and they are justified. Taxes are decided in London without representation of the colonies in the British Parliament. No taxes should be imposed on colonial citizens without their permission or without the vote of a representative of the colonies. No taxation without representation. But England, thousands of miles of ocean away from us, continues to try to run the affairs of the colonies. England tramples upon our rights as free men. The way to put an end to the wrongs being done to us is to win our freedom from England. We must fight for our independence. We must fight for our future. England says that there are those in Parliament who speak for the colonies, but only representatives chosen by the colonies themselves can represent us. Even if we could elect and send a representative to Parliament in London, England is much too far away to understand our issues and respond quickly. England says we ought to pay more in taxes to pay for its war with France, the French and Indian War, a war that is over and that England won. England says we still need protection, but the French have been defeated. We don't need protection. The truth is the war pushed England into great debt, and England is taxing us to pay for the war. Without consulting us, England has levied many taxes on the colonies. The worst was the Stamp Act, which placed a tax on almost all documents and official papers, from contracts and wills to newspapers, even playing cards. What foolishness! We were forced by the Tea Act to buy tea only from England, even though we could get our tea cheaper from other countries. But now you must know that some of that English tea lies in the bottom of Boston Harbor. To show our anger with this ridiculous Tea Act, some of us, disguised as Indians, dumped tea from British ships into the harbor. It was a glorious night. Did this teach England not to place taxes upon the colonies without our consent? No. Instead, England closed Boston Harbor and outlawed our town meetings. British troops have been sent to Boston to threaten us. The troops are causing violence, not preventing it. England tells us the redcoats are here to protect us. We do not need these troops. We do not want these troops. The soldiers were shipped here to make sure the colonies do as they're told. We know that the troops are here to see to it that Boston follows the commands of the King and Parliament thousands upon thousands of miles away. What's worse, England has forced us to keep these soldiers. We are compelled to feed them and have them sleep under our own roofs. We are given no choice in the matter, and we are given no compensation, no money to cover the costs of food and lodging for the soldiers. This is an outrageous violation of our rights to property and privacy. England has been trying to control our rights and privileges for many years, too many years. We are convinced that the situation has gotten so bad that it is impossible to peacefully solve the differences between England and the colonies. Fellow patriots, the time has come for the colonies to separate from England, and we will fight as necessary to achieve this. England says we are ungrateful. We are called troublemakers, traitors, and criminals. We are none of those things. We are patriots. We come from many different backgrounds. Some of us are educated citizens and wealthy landowners. Many of us are ordinary citizens, farmers, blacksmiths, seamstresses, shopkeepers, innkeepers, and ministers. We patriots have all come together to protect the colonies from the unreasonable dictates of England. We have come together for freedom. The battle has begun. Blood has been shed. Here in Boston, British soldiers raised their rifles and fired at people in the streets of Boston. It was a bloody massacre. This was an example of British brutality and how England believes it can do whatever it pleases. Patriots have fought British redcoats in the towns of Lexington and Concord. There were deaths and many wounded. And yet, we will not be bullied. The time has come to stand up to British abuses. We'll defy the unfair laws and taxes imposed by England. We will continue to fight to secure our freedom, now and for the future. Citizens of the colonies, you must join Massachusetts in the struggle against tyranny. Patriot Josiah Wainwright. Now that you've read the story once and you have had the story read to you, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to look at the questions on for page 4. The first says, for page 3. First one, let's reread the first paragraph. Notice the first person point of view. Who is the speaker and to whom is he speaking? Okay. Question 2. This essay uses certain words related to government. Look at the word representation in paragraph 2. What does this word refer to in the essay? Why is the concept of representation important in the essay? Number 3, look closely at the illustrations and caption on page 144. Notice the details. How do these graphic and text features contribute to your understanding of the essay? And finally, reread the last paragraph in column 1, page 145. What does the writer believe the colonist should do? Find a direct quote from the paragraph that tells you, then paraphrase it. What is the writer suggesting the colonist should do? So take some time, go through the questions, answer them to the best of your ability. Take some time, okay? And then, yeah. So in closing, today we read a more complex persuasive essay, and we summarized the key events to understand what happened. Tomorrow, we will reread the persuasive essay and examine the writer's argument and supporting evidence carefully.